Okay, this is a basic concept video on linear arrangement. Okay, here the basic construct is usually you will be given some information regarding people being seated left or right of each other, and you'll be required to find out the exact arrangement of people in a row or sometimes even on a queue, so to speak. Now, always remember, please always draw a rough diagram. We are not air traffic controllers. Sometimes the variables, the number of scenarios which are there are too much to handle if you do not draw a diagram. I remember ZAT as an exam actually used to recommend to students that please draw a rough diagram. CAT unfortunately does not give you that amount of leeway, so to speak, in terms of giving hints, etc. But it's always advisable that you draw a rough diagram. The second key part to note is that do not assume anything which is not given in the problem. In fact, many of the problems in CAT and other exams, usually what we have seen is that some information is missing, and you might have to work with multiple scenarios. We'll look at a couple of examples like that also today, but please bear in mind that this is a basic video, so we'll start with simple explanations and simple ideas which are there, and we'll slowly increase the difficulty level of the problems. Okay, now let's go to a problem which is there, just to give you an idea of how to go about solving them. Okay, 5 people P, Q, R, S and T are sitting in a row, not necessarily in the same order. P is 3 places away from R, S is 2 places away from Q, T is not adjacent to R, S sits at the right end. Then what is the order in which these 5 people sit? Okay, now as it says, these are 5 people sitting in a row. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now, for the sake of simplicity, we will assume R left as left, R right as right. Now, I'll also deal with this, which direction to take as left, which direction to take as right in the left video. The basic idea is it actually does not matter which direction you take as left, which direction you take as right, as long as you are consistent. We'll look at this in more detail in our next video, but let's go through this right now. Okay. Now it says P is 3 places away from R. This is the second part, 3 places away. Okay, now most people say that, okay, if I put P here, 3 places away, they count it as Q. Now that is wrong. Okay, a lot of people have a problem with this. A simple way to understand it is, today is 25th of May. If I ask you to meet me 2 days later, when will you come and meet me? You will come and meet me on 27th, right? So if I say P is 3 places away, okay, P is 3 places away. If P is in 1, 3 places away will be 1, 2, 3. This will be Q. Okay. On the other hand, if I say that meet me after a gap of 2 days. If I say meet me after a gap of 2 days, today is 25th, you have 26, 27, 28. You'll leave these two and you'll meet me on 28th. Okay, a lot of people make mistakes between 3 places away and a gap of 3 days or 2 days or something like that. So please be careful. This is a pretty basic error. Now, if you are ever confused, this is a good way of remembering that based on dates. Okay, I'll repeat. If I ask you to, today is 25th, if I ask you to meet me 2 days later, you will come and meet me on 27th, 2 days from now. If I ask you to meet me after a gap of 2 days, you will leave these 2 days, okay, not meet me here, and you will meet me on 28th. Okay, so P is 3 places away from R, but we don't know whether P is on the left or P is on the right. So we have to work with both the scenarios. So you can have P, R, or we can also have R, P. Okay, we don't know anything about it. S is 2 places away from Q, so you can have S, one person Q, or Q, one person S. Now, while I am actually reading this data in sequential order, you can scribble down all of them, but don't put it up till the time you have a firm idea. As a rule of thumb, as a general rule of thumb, okay, always start with a person or a set of people whose position is reasonably well known. Now, in this case, it says S sits at an end. It says S sits at the right end. So the best way to start is start with S. Okay. Now we also know Q is 2 places away from S. So I'll leave one gap, Q, S. Now we have two scenarios, P and R or R and P. So you can put P here, 3 people, R, or you can have R and P. Okay, one of these two will be the case. Okay, so the last person available is T. T will be sitting here, irrespective of what where P and R sit. Otherwise, there is no other place for P and R to be seated. Now, it very clearly says now T is not adjacent to R. Now, if I put R here, T and R will be sitting next to each other. I cannot move T now. So the only way out is I remove T from here, R from here, put it here, P comes to the first place. So this is your final arrangement, P, T, Q, R and S. This is the order in which these 5 people sit from left to right. Now I would suggest go on and move to the next concept video.